much more than I think it's feeding time. Run, run, he's coming, that thick from the fog. He looks like a man fused inside of a dog. We tried to get away, but his antics ran astray until there was no one left in the park. Then the man ran around and confronted a bear. The last thing on our minds was what it was doing there. The bear stood up, we were mildly relieved, until into that man's stomach the bear was heaved with one fell swoop. The bear was in his mouth, and he chewed it while we looked at everyone else in despair. Run, run, he's coming, that thing from the fog. He looks like a man fused inside of a dog. We tried to get away, but his antics ran astray until there was no one left in the park. The beast had just one weakness. We thought with a big enough cage he could surely be caught. So we ran to Home Depot, described the cinch to all the people, and they told us we were crazy, but there's one in the back. We marveled at the sight of this glistening cage. Surely he was done for, it's the end of his days. We checked out of Home Depot, got a receipt long as a steeple, and we marched ourselves back down to the park where the beast lurked in the dark. Run, run, he's coming, that thing from the fog. He looks like a man fused inside of a dog. We tried to get away, but his antics ran astray until there was no one left in the park. He saw the whites of our eyes. Before we could see him, he ran for us, but this time we were ready and grinned. Out of our pocket came the cage. We were going to win that day until the beast went underground. He was chewing the dirt, burrowing until the timing was right. So we've been waiting in this cage to get ahead of its sights. A rumble in the ground would mean that he's close, but this monster must have had experience with bulls. He had us herded up despite what we knew, and to make matters worse, the cage is locked too. Run, run, he's coming, that thing from the fog. He looks like a man fused inside of a dog. We tried to get away, but his antics ran astray until there was no one left in the park. We lit up a flare, nothing left to do except sit and wait for the end to come through. Some tumbled when the rumble of his attack began. I threw the flare up into the now darkened land. We filled the cage crack and we said our goodbyes. We wrote the song when indigestion gave us some extra time. Run, run, run.